Well guys, today is going to be a very busy day for us.
Oh yes.
One that we have been waiting and waiting for. And you guys have been waiting and waiting for.
Yeah.
We're gonna finally get to work on this cabin again, and we're gonna be starting back here on the patio. First things first is we gotta get these block pillars in.
Yes.
Now Gary, you've done a great job the last few days of marking everything out, dragging all the materials down here. I mean, Gary has really been a trooper while I've been ill, so thank you, babe, for all the hard work.
Not a problem. Anytime, anytime.
Well, we've got everything all marked out and ready to go, friend.
It should go pretty slow in the beginning just because it's that first block and it's always a little bit more tedious with the first one.
Yeah.
But as soon as the first ones are in, shoot, it's gonna, I have a feeling it's gonna fly by. But
I do too.
at the same time, I remember doing the 12-inch blocks and I can't remember exactly how many I could do in one day. I don't think we ever, I think we got it at the end where we could do one U shape.
We did one whole U
one
shape
whole
in
U
one
shape
day.
in one day, which...
How many is that? Let's take a quick, oh, we can't even see it to count.
2, 3. I think this is weird. I chopped this. It's gonna be hard to get a count. I want to say it was 24. So, and I remember our first day laying blocks. We only got 2 blocks in. And then the second day it was like,
baby, we've come a long way.
No, I know.
I have 100% full confidence and faith in you. So long as this weather holds out, I feel like we're gonna be able to get her done.
Muscle memory is a real thing.
Yeah, it is.
And it's gonna come down to a lot of muscle memory.
That's a fact.
Yes.
Now, to answer any questions real quick before we get to work, because once we start slamming these blocks together, we're just gonna get into the groove, and it's gonna go. First, let's talk about the line.
It's 9 foot from the house wall to the actual string. So yeah, that's a good distance. And then we can do an overhang and make the top side actually 10 feet. That way we'll have a foot overhang from the string line over. It should work perfectly and everything else like this. This is gonna be sort of like a girder. It's gonna be a girder support system and everything for the deck. So, and everything's basically gonna be on 10 foot, 10 foot, 10 foot, 10 foot, 10 foot everywhere. So makes things a little easy that way.
Yeah, it's gonna be really nice, guys. I can't wait. Since Gary's already taken care of the very first step, which is lining out that line, marking the ground, hauling all the materials over here, we're moving on to step number 2, which is my job, which is making that mud.
Yep.
So I got to get to work on doing that really quick, so that way Gary can slap it together and up goes the blocks.
Yeah. We're gonna do the first row on all of the pillar areas, just so that way we can get the base going, and it will let the first pillar that we're gonna use to cure that bottom a little bit more before we start stacking more on it. And then we'll go up to 4 high, because at that point we will have the Dura wire in between as well, and we'll do that on all of them, but we'll start on just 1 and work our way up to 4, go over the next, work our way over to 4. So it will be it should be a pretty smooth process, and then by the time that we're done with all of them, I should be able to go back to that very first pillar and do the last 3.
Yeah, because we're going 7 high on 4 pillars. It's really not that many blocks, but they're 50 pounds a piece. We are a little out of practice, although I have full confidence in us. So yeah, so today's gonna be fun. Today's gonna be a really good day.
Today's gonna be a good day. This is gonna actually cut down on quite a bit, because if I was gonna do the 8-inch pillars, I would have done 2 and 2 each
2
layer,
blocks and then turning it in 2 blocks, and
so
then back and forth. So it would have been more blocks to sling.
Correct. Yeah. And a lot more mud to precisely sling. So it's it does save here and there, you know. This one right here is an 8-inch block. However, this is completely tied into the house.
Yes.
So this one's a lot more solid and, you know, stout, whereas these are going to be just standing alone.
Yes, but we do plan to put some rebar inside there as well, and we are going to be filling the cells with concrete.
Correct.
That's probably not going to happen all today.
No.
Today we're just going to try to get the blocks down, get them stuck to the concrete,
no,
so that way they could dry, and then we can move on to the next steps coming up shortly. So With all that being said, friends, are you ready? I got butterflies.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm waiting. I'm like, I don't know. I'm biting at the bits.
All right, well, it's like riding a bike. Let's get it.
Oh, let's get it.
Time marker. You completed your first block in exactly 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Okay.
High five.
Happy. The very first course is always the one that's like, oh. Let that mortar sit for a bit, and I'll have you scrape it.
Oh yeah, no, it's a little wet for me to pull right now, yeah.
Yeah, let it sit for a bit. But
Gary, you didn't lose your touch. Great job, man.
not at all. All right, on to the second spot.
Woohoo!
That's gonna be your first pillar.
You are amazing. Heck yes, guys, that's what I'm talking about. So as you guys can see, Gary has already made super quick work with laying in the first 4 of the pillar blocks. He's gone consecutively in a row, following the line, keeping it straight on the level, and now he's moving on to another portion of this before we keep laying blocks on top of each other. So what do you got going on, baby?
So I am going ahead and drilling holes inside the blocks, so that way I can put the rebar into the concrete, and that will give it the stress level retention that I'm looking for.
So we're gonna make these go 7 high. We're gonna be putting rebar, 4 sticks of rebar in, 2 in each core, and then we're also gonna be filling it with concrete.
Correct.
Yes. So baby, you got all those pounded in there.
Yep.
And they are not going anywhere, friends.
Nope. And that will give us a good placement to where we can tie into these. No, they're not all the same length. It's all right. They will be tied in once it's all said and done.
Yeah.
So, the fact that they are in the concrete this way will give us the strength that we need for the static pressure and everything else. So
perfect.
I'm happy with that.
Me too.
Now it's on to the next course.
I know, high five, man. That first course and rebar in.
Yep, the rebar, I always like to wait until the first course is in there because, yeah, I've already had to chop out a few when we were building the house.
Oh, I remember.
And this just makes it that much easier.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Second course.
Now the pain in the butt is going to happen, though, when you're having to take each course and now lift it up so high to get it over the rebar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, well.
Yeah, no.
Oh, well.
It makes it easier in the long run, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, now that the rebar is in, we've got the first course officially done. We're going to move on to the second, the third, and then the fourth, we got to do some Dura wire. So let's see how fast we can get these next couple of courses done.
I'm really hoping that we can get it going really quick. The first course and doing that was a lot quicker already. So we're getting better at this.
Heck yeah.
I like it.
We still got plenty of hours of daylight, so here's hoping. Let's get it. We made it, friends. We made it to 3 blocks high, and now you know what time that is. Time for the Dura wire. So Gary is already getting it all cut and ready to perfect size.
Oh yeah.
Now, baby, for the folks that did not watch the whole basement get built up, why do we need Dura wire?
So once you get up to 2 feet, you need to brace the block, and you need to use either Dura wire or rebar. Dura wire is a lot cheaper and a lot more pliable and whatnot. So basically what that does is it makes it to where you will have a wire going through the cell, and when you concrete, it will actually bond these rebar and this in that concrete. and making the actual wall just that much stronger.
It just sits right there on top of the block.
It's a lot better looking on it, or like understanding it, tying everything together when you have it laid across multiple courses or multiple blocks, because it interlocks everything together.
Right. So it is a little different and maybe a little overkill doing it with just a singular block going vertically up. But hey, that's what we do around here.
Exactly. So it's we're at the point now to where we are on the 4th block going in. Once we get 2 more in, we are halfway done with this. So that's pretty cool.
Heck yeah. Well, we're down to our little last bit of the mud for half of a bag of the Portland cement. And man, this thing has been drying out way faster than I would like. The sun is starting to shine quite a bit more, which means it's gonna dry out faster. So Gary and I, now that we got the Dura wire in place, what we're gonna do, Gary's gonna use up the last bit of this mud, see how far we could stretch that thing, and then I'm gonna have to make another batch. So let's see how far we can get this to go.
As long as we can get 2 more blocks out of that mortar, we're gonna be good.
We might.
Well, that's a lot of mud.
There's just a hair left in the bucket. I'm gonna put it on your trowel. And I'll rinse out the bucket. Get her ready for the next batch. All right.
Well, we got through 1 batch of mud, which is half a bag of the Portland. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think we're only gonna need like 1 full bag of Portland to finish the whole job. We may have gotten a lot of bit of sand, but that's okay. Got other things to use it for coming down real soon on that.
You know, It's actually cheaper for us to buy that much sand versus just bags.
True, very true. So, rather have mow.
Yeah, so it's all right. We'll be able to use that sand somewhere else and keep on rolling.
Yeah, so anyhow, we got everything all cleaned up from the first time that we made mud, but now we gotta dirty it again.
Yep, I gotta
keep this thing rolling.
Old Betsy's running great.
Huh?
Old Betsy's running great.
Old Betsy's making it, man. She's gonna make it.
I think it helped when I tightened it that one time.
Gotta watch it, but whew. And that's a wrap, friends.
Yep, we got all 28 12-inch blocks laid.
7 blocks high.
That's nuts. I'm pretty happy that it all worked out the way it worked out.
Yeah.
Because it was raining this morning.
It was. I mean, we were hoping that we were going to be able to get it done in a day. And then with the rain this morning, we were like, oh, but seemed to pull it out anyway.
Yep, we got her done before the sunset.
Yeah, check it out, guys. Isn't that a pretty one tonight, too? Gorgeous. And it looks even better beaming off of those.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we've got the block pillars done, the next step for the patio build is going to be the end caps, which we've got to build a whole little frame thing on the external part of it, and that's going to come after we fill the cells up with concrete. So it's still a little bit of stuff to do before it's all said and done and we can work with the wood, but as soon as the end cap is done, it's going to be wood time. We're going to be putting up on top of these and building from there all the way up.
Yep, it's coming together. I like it. I like it when a plan comes together right.
You know? It doesn't always happen that way, but when it does, it is very satisfying for sure.
Yes.
Well, friends, it is sunset. The kids are home, and we are absolutely exhausted. Gary, you freaking killed it today. Thank you so much. You killed it.
That mud was perfect.
Oh, well, thanks, babe. Well, and Gary was just over here throwing the blocks around. Every time I turned around, he had another one done. You were a maniac, but you did a great job.
You got her done.
Plumb, level, square, everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
It makes me happy. It's all coming together now.
It makes me even more excited to actually get the deck. And now, as Roxanne would say, it totally changes the feel, and you can feel the vibe of how big each space is going to be. It's working out. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be perfect.
So guys, it is sunset. The kids are home. I am tired. I know Gary's tired. I was able to get some dinner in the Instapot, and it just beeped. So we're going to go inside and enjoy dinner with the kiddos and relax. So I want to thank you guys.
So hungry.
You're welcome. I did make dinner. I snuck off and made dinner. But I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today and watching today's episode. I'm going to ask you guys to subscribe if you guys haven't yet subscribed. There's a lot more coming down that we got to get into, and you never know what you're going to get with us. So
nope.
Thanks again for watching, and until the next one, friends, we love y'all, and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.
So happy, Gary. We got it done in a day. One day.
I'm so happy about that. That worked out perfectly, man. Looks great. Nice and straight and plumb and good to go.
I love it.
I'm excited. One more step to going up.
Heck yeah.